Next question is from Matthew Garcia. How long should I supplement with ashwagandha for?
You know what's funny about ashwagandha? It is now becoming, because of the studies that they're doing on ashwagandha, it's becoming one of the most popular health and wellness and athletic performance herbs that you'll find anywhere.
There's no drawbacks of doing it every day, right?
Well, drawbacks potentially.
Could you downregulate and like not?
No. So what I mean by that is you could have an intolerance to nightshade vegetables, so you might have an issue. It also changes your body's relationship with cortisol. So,
interesting.
It could. One of the reasons, and in fact, it lowers cortisol, right? Because I guess your body becomes more efficient using cortisol. So that's why it's a good stress hormone, a stress supplement, or what they would call an adaptogen. But the challenge with stuff like that is it may mask other stuff. So you may just allow yourself to keep, messing your body up more
interesting.
and more. But that being said, it improves recovery, strength. It gives people better sleep, raises testosterone in men. It's a remarkable herb and supplement. I personally do not see effects past 60 days. After 2 months, I go off. It does nothing for me anymore.
Oh, interesting.
And I noticed that with any, herb or supplement that I take.
Give me an example of somebody who you would for sure recommend, like, oh, that type of person should take this. And then what person would you say avoid it?
Yeah, so the person I would give it to, they already have a good diet, they're exercising well, good sleep, right? So everything else, all the big stuff is taken care of, and they want a little extra performance, they want better recovery. Then I may recommend, hey, let's try ashwagandha. A lot of people seem to feel real good on it, so let's give that a shot. The person I wouldn't would be the person who we're dealing with, HPA axis dysfunction. Now, typically, functional medicine practitioners will use ashwagandha to help people with HPA axis dysfunction. But because I'm not an expert in treating that, I wouldn't do it, because what I'm afraid of doing is giving them something that makes them feel better, but then doesn't address the root issues, and allows them to keep going on the wrong path.
So like the cortisol junkie we talked about on the show the other day, you would avoid giving it to that client because you don't want them to mask something.
Temporarily, they would feel better, and they would probably cause more damage.
Might even start ramping it up.
Totally, right? So, and a functional medicine practitioner would look at all the other stuff first before, or all together. But other than that, I mean, it's a great, I tell you, most people, if they take ashwagandha, within a few weeks will notice energy, libido, and athletic performance enhancement.
So really, it's just like you get adapted to it at some point, which then it probably loses a bit of its effectiveness overall.
Yeah, and I have yet to find any product that doesn't do that.
Yeah, right.
Well, so the green juice Organifi's, they have 600 milligrams of it inside inside of it. Is that considered a reasonable dose? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good dose. You could go higher if you're like, super intense, lots of stress. The way I would use it is I'd say, okay, I'm going to go through 6 weeks of really intense workouts, or I'm going to add extra volume because I'm trying to cut or something like that. Then I would throw it in, and it moves the overtraining line a little further. So now I can add more volume, more training, and I'm not so at risk. Because here's what I noticed with ashwagandha. I don't get as sore and as stiff, and I seem to be able to handle a lot more volume when I'm taking it. But again, it's one of the few supplements you'll actually notice. Most people will notice a difference. Not as profound as creatine, and creatine is something you can take, you take all the time. It's not something you go off and on, you just take it all the time, and you continue to reap the health benefits from it.
I wonder if that's one of the major things that people do report back about the green juice, why it makes them feel so good.
I 100% think so.
Oh, wow.
100% think so. I think the ashwagandha makes that big of a difference. So it's good stuff.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you can find the full episode here, or you can find other clips over here. And be sure to subscribe.